Buying a racket can be a very intimidating experience. As you can see, there are a ton of options to choose from, and today I'm going to show you everything you need to know to purchase the right racket for you. So the first thing we'll start off with is racket material. For what we carry in store, you'll see two different options, graphite or aluminum. Graphite is what we carry the most of, and this is going to give you that nice blend of power and control while dampening vibrations very well. Aluminum, on the other hand, is going to be a nice, cheap and durable alternative to graphite. However, you are going to lose out on a little bit of power, but this is okay for the junior player who's just learning the game and might be a little hard on their rackets. So moving on to racket head size, you're going to have either a mid-size option like the Pure Strike here. These are going to range from 98 to 100 square inches, are going to give you excellent precision and control with your shots, but are going to lose out on a little bit of power compared to an oversized racket. Oversized rackets are typically about 100 square inches or bigger, are going to be a nice softer racket, going to give you more power with a bigger sweet spot, and are great for someone who's a beginner, intermediate, and just looking for an easy racket. The downside to an oversized racket is because of the big size, you're going to lose out on a little bit of control. Moving on to racket weight, you'll find some heavier rackets and some lighter rackets. A lighter racket is going to be easier to swing and it's going to be a little more maneuverable. However, you are losing out on a little bit of power and stability. This type of racket is going to be great for a beginner or someone who just doesn't quite have a super fast arm speed. So a heavier racket, on the other hand, is going to feature more power and is going to be more stable, which in turn gives you a little more control for that advanced player. But they do pose a significant injury risk, as a heavier racket is going to require a stronger player with a faster arm speed. On top of racket weight, you also have racket balance. You'll find some rackets that are head heavy and you'll find some that are handle heavy. A racket that's head heavy is going to provide a little more power, more control, and stability, but it's going to be less maneuverable. Versus a racket that's handle heavy, these are going to be more maneuverable and they're going to reduce vibrations throughout, but they do suffer from a lack of power. When choosing tennis string, there are also a lot of options to consider. The main thing, however, that you're going to choose from is going to be a multi-filament or monofilament tennis string. Starting off with multi-filament tennis strings, these are going to provide you with a little more power and they're going to be more arm friendly due to the elasticity of the string and the rebound it provides on the ball. The other option to consider is a monofilament string. These are going to provide the player with a lot more control, precision, and spin on the ball, but they're going to lose out on some power because they don't feature that elasticity you'll see in a multi-filament string. With tennis strings, you also find a variety of textures and shapes to the string. Strings that have a more pronounced shape or have a rough texture are going to provide a little more bite on the ball, which gives the player a little more spin. But these strings aren't quite as arm friendly as a softer string and they won't last as long. Another thing to consider is going to be the type of material used for the string. Most of the string we carry here in store is going to be a polyester string, which is going to give you maximum control, spin, and durability. Additionally, we have our synthetic gut strings, which are going to be a nice, cheap, and soft alternative to most polyester strings. And we also have our natural gut strings, which are going to give the best feel and are the most high-end string we typically carry. Once you have your frame and your string picked out, the last thing to consider is going to be the tension of the string on the racket. A lower tension on the racket is going to provide more power and is going to give a nice, soft, and arm-friendly feel to the ball, while a higher tension racket is going to provide a little more spin and control while sacrificing some of that power you'll see in a lower tension. That's all you need to know for buying a racket with us at Kunstat. If you have any other questions, stop by any one of our locations or give us a call and we'd be happy to help.